The CEO found a letter hidden in his late wife's book. It led him to a poor single mom who changed everything. Wait, what is this? Adrian whispered, his fingers trembling as he unfolded the yellowed piece of paper tucked between the pages of his late wife's favorite book. He could barely breathe. 3 years had passed since her death, yet her scent still lingered on the pages, lavender and rain. He thought he'd moved on, or at least learned to live with the ache. But that letter, that hidden note, it felt like she was reaching out to him from beyond the grave. The camera zooms in on his teary eyes as the voiceover begins softly. Sometimes, love leaves us a message long after it's gone. Stay till the end, because this one will break your heart and heal it again. Adrian Holt was not just any man. He was the CEO of Holt Enterprises, one of the largest tech companies in the city. A man admired, envied, and feared. But behind the tailored suits and boardroom speeches was a broken husband, a widower who'd lost the only person who'd ever truly known him. His wife, Claire, had died suddenly in a car crash, leaving him alone in their mansion filled with silence. Tonight, for the first time in years, he'd wandered into her old reading room. It was there, in the book, Wuthering Heights, that he found the letter. He sat on the couch, unfolded it carefully, and read in her familiar handwriting. Greater than, if you're reading this, my love, it means I'm no longer with you. Don't be angry, please. There's something I never told you. There's someone I need you to find, a woman named Emily Grace. She's not family, but she needs you more than anyone ever will. You'll find her in a small town called Riverdale. Please, Adrian, help her the way you helped me. And when you do, you'll understand why. Adrian froze. Emily Grace. Riverdale. Why would Claire ask him to find a stranger? And what could she possibly mean? You'll understand why. The next morning, he canceled all his meetings, got in his car, and drove 3 hours to Riverdale, a quiet, humble town that seemed forgotten by time. His expensive shoes sank into the muddy road as he got out. Children played barefoot, laughter echoing through the air. It was a world far removed from his skyscraper life. He found her at the community center, a woman in her late 20s, wearing a faded blue dress and holding a toddler on her hip. Her hair was messy, her hands rough from work, but her eyes, they were kind. Familiar, somehow. Are you Emily Grace? He asked. She turned, confused. Yes, who are you? He hesitated before replying, I'm Adrian Holt. My wife's name was Claire Holt. I found a letter, and it mentioned you. The moment he said her name, Emily's eyes filled with tears. She looked away, struggling to breathe. Claire, she whispered. She was my angel. Over a cup of tea in her small, rundown home, Emily told him the story. Years ago, she had been a young pregnant woman, abandoned, broke, and hopeless. She had met Claire in a hospital corridor. Claire had sat beside her, held her hand, and told her not to give up. She had paid her medical bills, found her a place to stay, and checked on her regularly. She said I reminded her of someone, Emily said softly. Someone she once lost. Adrian listened silently, his heart aching with every word. Claire had never told him this. She had helped a stranger quietly, without recognition, without praise. But then Emily handed him something that shattered him, a small, crumpled envelope. She left this with me. She said I should give it to you if you ever found me. He opened it slowly. Inside was a photo, Claire holding a baby girl. But it wasn't their child. Adrian and Claire had never been able to have kids. And yet, in the photo, Claire was smiling brighter than he'd ever seen her. On the back of the photo, she had written, greater than, for the family we couldn't have, I found someone who needs our love instead. Tears streamed down Adrian's face. For the first time in years, the icy wall around his heart cracked. Claire hadn't left this world without purpose. She'd left him a mission, to continue her kindness, to care for those she couldn't. He spent the next few weeks helping Emily. He repaired her broken house, got her a job at one of his local offices, and began visiting often. Her little boy, Noah, started calling him, Uncle Adrian. Slowly, Adrian found something he hadn't felt in years, peace. But the story didn't end there. One evening, as the sun dipped below the hills, Emily told him something that changed everything. Claire used to visit every week. Before she died, she told me she wished you could meet Noah. She said you both needed each other. Adrian looked at her in disbelief. She said that. Emily nodded, smiling through tears. She said, "When two broken hearts meet, they can build something whole." Months passed. Adrian built a new community center in Riverdale in Claire's name, the Claire Holt Foundation for Single Mothers. Emily worked there as a manager, helping women like herself find hope again. Adrian visited every weekend, reading stories to the children and spending time with Noah, who now clung to him like his own. And though Claire was gone, her presence remained, in every smile, in every act of kindness that bloomed from her final wish. As the story closes, the screen fades to black with a message. Greater than, sometimes, love doesn't end when a heartbeat stops. It lives on, in the people we touch, in the lives we change, and in the hope we leave behind. The soft piano music swells as the narrator's voice returns. Maybe you're watching this and missing someone too. Remember, their love still lives in the good you do. If this story touched your heart, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a little hope today. Because love never really dies.